The Ravens Flock presents Theblackfiles, an uncensored interview and review podcast for all geek fandom.
Welcome everybody, friends and pals, guys and gals, boys and girls around the world. Papa Squad, pop open a cold one with all of your boys. It is Wednesday night, a couple of hairs past 10 p.m., and you've been granted access to the uncensored and uncompromising interview and review podcast of the Ravens Flock. So whether you're a friend or you're a fiend, boy, girl, or in between, you are tuned in to a brand new episode of The Black Files.
Oh, shit.
That's right, folks. On the final day to wrap up the month of July, on July 31st, but we've got a huge story to talk about.
It's basically the only real big story that came out over the weekend, except for, unfortunately, something that was rather depressing that came out earlier today, which we are going to have to freaking discuss on Saturday. That way we actually give the story time to breathe and shit. Would you rather be first or would you rather be right? I think I'd rather be right.
I think being right is important as well.
Well, folks, I'm your host, Juan Arauz, the heads of the Ravens Flock, with the tech guru of the team. Welcome to the Black Files. I'm the guy who keeps trying to find the right size thumb drive for thingies that I need to do, and yet I keep forgetting the size thumb drive. I grab a 32 gig, I needed a 64. You'd think that I'd remember something that simple, but I don't. So whatever. Whatever. It's just annoying. But thankfully, I'm not alone in my annoyance. First off, let's go ahead and say hello to one of the two lovely ladies of the Ravens Flock over here. Say hello to Dragon Fang Cosplay. How you doing, Dragon Fang?
Hi, guys. And someone else wants to say hi, too.
Hi, I'm sick.
Oh, so xeiana Rose is there. She's under the weather. Okay,
Yeah,
right.
she's
That makes
over
sense.
in her little corner. She's recovering. because a certain someone got her sick.
Hey, now, let's not point fingers, okay?
I'm just stating what happened. She did get sick.
All right, well,
Love you, Angel.
Love you too.
xeiana says she loves you,
We
Angel.
can hear her, Dragon Fang.
oh well, I guess we might
Let
as
her
well.
know I love her too.
I guess we also have to introduce patient zero, Juan.
That's what I was trying to do if you didn't cut me off, all you sickos. Especially the ones who are sick. Let's also say hello to the host of Los Amigos Play, the man with a million opinions and zero apologies, the living into the Ravens flock, a dude who is under the weather and who apparently believes that the only cure for the cold is dousing yourself in scalding Florida rain and standing immediately in front of a high power industrial fan, because that always works. Mr. Angel Mendez.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for taking the time to welcome me as usual. My sincerest gratitude. As you know, I've been a little busier than usual, so this is the first time in a long time that I'm able and happy to once again jump onto the Black Files. So, of course, it was the perfect time to get incredibly sick. I do apologize if I don't speak as much or as loudly as I would, but my throat is in extraordinary pain, and I'm trying to save my energy for the important moments. But what you must remember is this. We attack the heart, Osborne. We attack his heart.
Is that your only takeaway for yourself while your voice is recovering from basically having a cold?
Betrayal must not be countenanced. Parker must be educated. Instruct him in the matters of loss and pain. Make him suffer. Make him wish he were dead. And then grant his wish.
That
The
is
heart, Osborne! First we attack the heart.
That is a pretty sick line from Spider-Man.
I need an adult?
You are an adult.
Oh no, I am an adult! Fuck! I need an adult.
Thank you
here,
kindly,
adult.
folks, for joining us today.
But
And as usual, I do hope you enjoyed the show as much as we enjoy making it for you.
We appreciate it, Angel. And of course, let's not forget the main man himself, the founder of the Ravens Flock, the executive producer and content manager of our channel, the host of our flagship show, The Ravens Flock, live every Saturday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, and Wrestle Rewind live every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern. Give it up for Mr. Jose Casabona!
Thank you very much for that warm introduction there, Juan. Happy to be here with all our viewers watching at home, and happy to be here with all my friends, whether they're 100% or whether they're feeling under the weather, whether my heart goes out to each and every member of the Ravens flock.
No, what?
And I have a heart, okay, man? Listen, the human anatomy is a very complicated thing to understand. I don't expect a layman like you to know this stuff.
I know more shit than you.
But do you understand the heart?
I understand Taikubo better than you, Angel.
So
yes, I do.
Angel, Juan, you better be careful with what you said, okay, man? 'Cause
Yeah, please,
Angel
don't
will
make me
write
laugh myself to death. I'm already in a frail condition.
What's he gonna do?
'Cause-
Cough at me?
Listen, Angel doesn't need to beat you with words. If Angel is committed, he will write a 50-page novel about why you are wrong about being knowledgeable about Kubo.
The New York's #1 bestseller. My one stupid friend who thinks he knows better about Bleach than me.
Y'all are fucking insane. Jose, go ahead and take care of the dirty details if you'd be so kind.
Absolutely. And folks, like all our other shows, we are simulcasting on YouTube and Kick. Hit the subscribe to the follow button on the bottom right corner of your screen. Click the bell icon to enable notifications. Leave your questions and comments below. We'll answer as many as we can. And if you wish to go above and beyond to support the Ravens flock, then you can become an inner flocker. For $4.99 a month, you'll have access to all the perks that comes with our membership. Juan, tell them.
Well, for all the inner flockers we've got in our chat, and I know we have plenty, go ahead and show off those lovely membership badges and custom emojis, letting everybody know that you're here to help rescue the Ravens flock from the clutches of late-stage capitalism to become full-time streamers. Since 2013, we've been working hard and staying strong to make your voice our mission. The only thing standing in our way is the fact that we have to work 9-to-5 jobs in order to keep a roof over our heads. But the solution to this little problem is simple, and you can help us do it. All you've got to do is spread the word of the Ravens flock. Share this video. Share our channel. Get your friends, families, anyone that you know who's into geek culture, nerd culture, pop culture, video gaming, anime, and like anime conventions, cosplay, pro wrestling news. Anyone who's like a gigantic freaking geek in your life, send them our way. Tell them that we demand their presence. Nay, we are owed their presence. They must come to subscribe to us. And the more subscribers we get, the more then we can get inner flockers. And before you know it, we'll have enough inner flockers under our belt, thanks to your fine support, to help us actually break away and be able to work for ourselves. With your help, we can and will succeed. You also get access to members first and members only content, a special discount to our merch store, link in the description below. And you also get access to us, the Ravens flock, your favorite motley crew of nerds, here to make your voice our mission by providing us your thoughts, your input, your feedback, and your ideas to better shape the future of this channel to suit your tastes and needs. Hey, up in the chat we got Lisa Boo, The Joseph Santos, Jeannie Rick, Mr. Quake, and the Struggler. It's been a hot minute since we've seen the Struggler up in the chat. I know he's probably, I'm guessing it's because he's been missing Angel. I know Struggler and Angel are like BFFFLs on the Twitter sphere, so I know that you've been missing out on it, and I'm sorry, but, you know, it's all Angel's fault. Blame him. He's been denying
for once, I'll take it.
He's been denying you what you ask for. Nay, what you crave, Struggler. So take it out on him by subscribing to us.
Anyhow, before we continue, I do want to give a
always
huge...
turns into domestic abuse.
Oh
Ain't
my
domestic
God.
if you don't live with me, partner.
Anyways, gentlemen, before we continue, I just want to give a huge shout out, a huge thank you for everybody who tuned in onto the Formula 11 Subathon on Sunday, July 28th. We definitely had a lot of fun. It was a wonderful time. We had a game that we played Mario Kart for 5 hours straight, from 1 through 5 o'clock, I think. Yeah, no,
It's 4.5 hours.
4.5 hours. My bad. But the point is, it was a lot of fun. It was a great time. It was an awesome event of gaming, of shenanigans, of camaraderie,
Don't forget the
of
mukbang.
mukbangs, of the revival of what mukbangs are supposed to be, and
Chicken was pretty good.
and of camaraderie. And personally, I want to thank Juan for supplying me because I was out in the heat for a lot, and what got me in the game, well, was glitch energy. Like, I don't have a clever segue of this. Like, Juan supplied me with glitch energy, and thanks to glitch energy, I was able to bring my A game and whoop all your asses.
You didn't really beat many folks. Xeiana was in the lead in most of those cup playthroughs.
Damn it! I didn't drink enough.
No, you didn't drink enough. But if you did drink more of Glitch Energy's specially formulated smart energy formula, then you'd be able to run strong all day long, just like the Ravens flock, and you'd be able to go through your day with 0 sugar, 0 carbs, 0 calories, and 0 crash. But the most important part of all of it is the fact that this stuff tastes incredible. It tastes great and unique. Isn't that right, Angel?
It is pretty good, and ultimately, as much as we like to extol upon the healing properties of this magnificent exercising elixir, what really matters here is the fact that when you put it in your mouth, it doesn't taste like bad memories at band camp. You want something that is both good for you and healthy, and difficult as they might be, you find that stuff in Glytch. I know that because I drink it. So put it on everything. Put it on your water. Put it on your tea. Put it on your juice. Put it on your milk. Put it on itself and eat it like a Cracker Barrel bar. Either way, give us your money.
Into a bar? Like baking it into like a short... Like
mix it with water and sugar and bake it into a bar like a crispy treat and chew on that
So making it into like a shortbread cookie, you mean? Like mixing it in with like flour and dough and making a little cookie out of Glitch?
No, man, making it into like a fucking power.
You know, I wasn't thinking about that, but that's a great idea. Make Glitch bread.
Oh my God. All right, folks. And if you go
Call
onto the
Dunkin'
website,
Donuts. I have an idea.
No, not
Go-
Dunkin' Donuts. Call
please
Glytch.
save it. Please save it. If you go into glitchenergy.com, you'll see that there's a wide selection of different flavor combinations for the Smart Energy blends, and they come out with new flavors every week.
Yep, last week these guys came out with the yellow snow flavor, which is basically a tropical lemonade flavor, inspired by Frosty, who is another streamer, who is a bigger streamer than us over here. But maybe someday, somehow, the Ravens flock will have our own flavor. Who knows? If you guys let Glytch on Twitter know, if you guys let them know that you guys want a Ravens flock flavor, then we definitely stand a better chance there. So yeah, if you guys go into glitchenergy.com, use our promo code FlockFuel, you get 20% off your orders. So thanks again to Glytch Energy for partnering with the Ravens flock. We would say close out this time saying that you guys made a serious mistake, but I think the actual mistake that was made was Angel not wearing a mask while we were all gaming. Or maybe I should have thrown some maybe I should have actually poured him some Theraflu or something.
I'm
Maybe.
going to cough on the face of every single baby on my way to work.
Oh my
Only
god!
you would fucking do that, man. Wow.
None
Oh my God,
shall be spared of my glorious blessing.
Angel, you just remind me of this. It's a video clip of I don't know if it's if it was a basketball player or some athlete or something, but he was in court, and this was during the height of COVID-19 of Corona, and he was just touching everything or something. I can vaguely remember.
Oh yeah, no, I remember who it was. It was a basketball player who tested positive for COVID, and he said it was bullshit that he got benched for it until he healed up, and he was saying, "Oh, that's bullshit. It's not a real thing," and he decided to cough into his hand.
Oh yeah, on the microphone.
On the way out.
Yeah.
Listen, even if it was just a regular flu, the safety of your teammates is very important. So that was incredibly responsible on his part. Even if it wasn't something as serious as COVID-19, come on, dude. You're going to fuck over your whole team just because you can't be asked to take a shot or drink some tea or not be a douche. It's a sports team. God
or
damn
wash your hands for 30 seconds. Exactly.
Basic decency goes a long way. We cannot be a high-trust society if you do not wash your hands. It's like the shopping cart test,
Yeah.
Exactly.
Now that being said, thank God, the medication is finally kicking in. My throat is slowly easing up a bit.
Well, that's good. That being said, Juan, you are wrong about earlier. Angel didn't need a face mask. We need to get something a little harder, something that's guaranteed to protect us from catching his germs. We need to have a giant actual face mask that's made of metal that will cover every part of him save for his eyes.
I don't know. Those things are kind of hard to find. I heard there's this little country overseas called Lavateria or something. They make them custom made, but I don't know if the owner will give those away too easily.
I think you're thinking about Latveria.
That's the one. Thank you.
That's the one. Yeah, sorry, they don't just give those away. Those are only there was only one made for their high monarch and ruler for life. What's his name again? Vic or something.
It's
some Austrian looking name, whatever.
I heard that he had a funny last name, but the last time who mentioned it got publicly executed. It was rather hard.
I don't know. It rhymes with boom.
Oh yeah. No, we're just gonna fucking go there. Okay, folks, yeah, we're talking about Dr. Doom. We're talking about the fact that Robert Downey Jr. over the weekend at San Diego Comic-Con, while the Russo brothers made their return to Marvel Studios in order for them to take the helm of the next two Avengers films, they've decided to also introduce a wonderful new addition, or shall we say a return to their cast of Robert Downey Jr. returning to the MCU, not as Tony Stark, but as Dr. Doom himself. So yeah, it was astonishing. It was wild. Andy Signor, our brother from another mother and the Lord and Ruler of the Popcorn Planet, in this comment right here, I'm zooming in to make it bigger. Here we go. Make it bigger, I said. I said bigger so people can read. Not that much bigger. There we go. Shit. Okay, Andy Signor. Absolutely brilliant. Obviously a brilliant business movie. A business move. And could be a brilliant creative call. Just make sure they really make you be the villain. No anti-hero. Tony Stark is still in their nonsense. Marvel needs an anti-Tony. A Doctor Doom who is vicious and evil. No redeeming qualities. I want to see you play super bad. Why would you want him to play badly? Why would Andy want him to play bad?
I gotta admit, while I did expect them to eventually, bring out Doctor Doom after trying to get people back in the strength of the MCU, and it's somewhat of a seesaw of quality for the last few years, I gotta be honest with you, this feels like a combination of me getting exactly what I wanted, not in the way I wanted. Because we're getting a Fantastic Four movie that looks like it might be halfway decent. I expected Doctor Doom to be the bad guy, but they went, no, Galactus. And then they go, but wait, we do have a Doctor Doom. But also here's Robert Downey Jr. I was very happy and also very confused.
No, I just love the little tagline that Robert Downey Jr. gave himself here. It's the same thing that he said when he unmasked himself and revealed himself to the world at San Diego Comic-Con. 4 words: new mask, same task.
Ha.
Cute.
And
ha.
Of course, as you can imagine, Mr. Robert is getting paid a ludicrous amount of money, possibly in the 100 million something paycheck, even higher than before, because they're basically dragging him here so he can save the MCU again. After Deadpool and Wolverine saved the MCU again, there was a lot of saving around, but
there was a lot of saving around.
Needless to say, the reception has been genuinely extraordinarily positive for the majority of the time because everybody loves RDJ for this. The man is a charmer. And I would like to clarify something so we don't have any confusion. There was no comic where Robert Downey Jr. was ever Doctor Doom. The one that people are quoting was a comic where Doctor Doom took over Tony's body. This backfired hilariously. So if I can ask only one thing, is this: no variants. I don't want a single person to call this man Tony. I want this to be Victor Von Doom.
Okay, so and just so we're clear, you're referring to a what if comic edition, which actually came out. And yes, folks, we're doing live research here, courtesy of the Ravens Flock, for your entertainment and for your cultural enrichment here. This is What If Iron Man, Demon in an Armor, issue.
That's the one.
Yep. The issue came out on my birthday, apparently, December 2nd, 2010. Let's see here. So this is literally a what if of where Victor Von Doom freaking mind swaps with Tony Stark like 20 years prior becoming Iron Man, and he was a college cohort with Tony and does a brain swap experiment, and that's when Victor uses all of Stark Industries' money and power and influence to enrich himself, and Tony Stark, vowing to get his revenge, basically becomes takes over as Doctor Doom. And at the end of it, it turned out that Doctor Doom, Victor tempts Tony with the one thing he wishes he could have had. He tempts him with his body back. Like, I will give you back your body. I will give you back your life. You can be Tony Stark again. And Tony, in Doom's body, in this gold and red Iron Doom, whatever the fuck it is, basically looks at him like, you completely tarnished and fucked over the Stark name for generations to come. You've basically soiled it with warmongering, war profiteering, and every fucking crime under the fucking sun just to make yourself even richer and more powerful. Why? Because you had a grudge with me while we were in college? Fuck you. I'm ruling Latveria and I'm keeping this body. So fuck you.
Guess what? My penis is bigger now. I'm not changing. This is mine now.
But that's my body! I know.
Not anymore. This is Doom's body.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, sorry, we're not trying to spoil anything for you, but that comic had been out for over for 14 years,
Oh
for
yeah,
almost
no.
14 years. Y'all can
Mind
relax.
you,
Also, real quick
we don't know.
before I continue,
Go
sorry for
ahead.
the interruption. I want to say thank you to Genie Rick for having dropped a $1.99 super sticker.
Woo!
Yeah.
Yay!
And saying here is where Genie Rick is. The Joseph Santos glitch donuts would be really good. I'm doing that. Oh God, maybe don't do that. I don't know.
Maybe don't,
We're just
because we don't want to get.
we're spitballing just junk. Like, don't leave it to professionals who are willing to do the chemistry and destroy themselves. We don't want you holding us viable for a
Maybe
silly
you could
idea.
have a donut and then have a glitch drink to wash it down.
The Joseph Santos
That
like,
sounds
who needs
better.
respirators?
Yes.
Glitch cured my asthma. God damn it.
Oh my God, damn it, Angel! You opened the gates for this shit.
I shall spread my
Provide
glorious
the
blessing
gates.
throughout the entire world. And yes, Struggler, there is that run. I believe you're referring to Infamous Iron Man, where Doom himself actually takes the role of Iron Man during the time when he starts to work through his relic. I recall, I think I may be wrong, but that is the one comic where Mephisto shows up to claim Doom's soul, and he specifically says, "Do you have any idea how many rules I'm breaking just to come down here? And nobody's trying to stop me. You know why? Because that arrogant asshat has caused so much destruction and devastation that he tried to rewrite the universe so everybody would worship him as a god. Look around you." He's talking to Strange when he says that. "There is no celestial, god, or demi-fiend coming to stop me. Because that guy's soul, yeah, his ass is mine."
Like, so yeah, no, Doom fucked up. Like, that's like one of his key fucking that's his key fucking Achilles heel. It's Doctor Doom's main weakness is sometimes he gets full of himself. Now,
Oh no, he's always full of himself. This is the same guy who a celestial walked up to him and said, "Admit that Mr. Richards is better than you, smarter than you, and you are chosen." And he just laughs, then laughs again and walks away. And the celestial says, "I believe that he just admitted himself."
yeah, no, he's like, yeah, no, I'll never do that. Ha 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 ha. Yeah,
Doom is pretty much characterized with that. That's his entire shtick. He is genuinely one of the most brilliant minds in Marvel, but there's always that niggly little feeling in the back of his head that fucking Richards is just a little bit better. Just a little better. And oh, it's like a splinter under his asshole. He just can't get it off.
I actually want to share.
Never comes out.
I actually want to say something about the actor Robert Downey Jr. And you know what? I will go so far as to argue that the Marvel Cinematic Universe would not be where it is right now if it didn't start with Iron Man in 2008.
I most respectfully disagree.
Yeah,
I would say that the Marvel Universe would not be where it is if it wasn't for Sam Raimi's Spider-Man.
well, I'm going to respectfully disagree with you there. Do you know why? Do you, Angel?
I can't talk much.
Tell him
but
why. Don't leave
I'm
him
listening.
hanging.
I'm listening.
No, he doesn't know. It's simple. Because some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill.
Oh!
You know what? Point. Even though Marvel seems to be terrified of anything R-rated that isn't called Deadpool, no one can deny that if it wasn't for Wesley Snipes icing motherfuckers that kept trying to skate too fast, we would not be where we are right now.
Motherfucker, you out of your damn mind? Yeah, I know, Blade. I mean, seriously, the way that New Line Cinema brought it over and this got set up the way it did was fucking brilliant. It can't be helped. It can't be denied. Yeah, like that's where it really started. Then you had X-Men in 2000, you had Blade 2 and Spider-Man 1 coming out with Sam Raimi, and then we got the build and we X-Men 2 and then X3, which was and then we had X-Men Origins Wolverine, which is but then we also had Spider-Man 2 and Spider-Man 3, which is yeah.
Let's not forget the
But
fact that between Fox
Iron Man is what.
and... Sorry, go ahead.
Letty?
But Iron Man is the Marvel movie that really, really took things off, and it was a launching pad, and it was the launching pad for the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and it was also a cathartic and rejuvenating performance for Robert Downey Jr. for those who know his personal history.
It was the thing that rescued both his life and career. And the Joseph Santos, while I understand your dislike of Spider-Man 3, let us clarify that Sam Raimi himself never wanted to fuck up the whole Venom thing. It was the executive producers who forced him to put Venom and Sandman and Green Goblin at the same time, and it completely screwed up the process. I like to think that his original vision would have been a lot better, considering that Spider-Man's 1 and 2 are considered to be one of the finest superhero films ever made. Like, he really had no control over that shit.
I thought it was because of the fans who kept demanding for Venom that ruined it.
The fans have no power to change anything. It was literally the executive producers and the people in charge of the budget going, no, you got to put it there. Even if it doesn't make any sense, put that shit there. And yes, Blade walked badassly so Iron Man could run.
Motherfucker.
You mean fly?
And then fly. Hey, at least he solved the icing problem.
String, like slow spinning, redemption, winding it.
That's a 2, not 3. Come on, man.
It's still a good song.
And rope me
But that being
Also-
said, we've known Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man throughout the 11 years that he played as Iron Man. So I don't know, like for some of us, like, do you think it's going to be hard for us to like separate the actor from Tony Stark?
That is up to the Russos. I really hope that they don't treat this like some stupid Barry and multiverse nonsense again. I wanted to treat it as his own character because we know Robert can act. I saw Oppenheimer. That man has incredible range. He can do it, but it depends because, okay, let's not lie to ourselves. They brought him here because he's the face of the MCU. Even after he died, canonically, and left his signature in the theater, when I say Iron Man, his face is the first thing that comes to your mind. He got so popular that the comics and the animated series began to imitate his looks, and they got voice actors that sounded like him. Like, that wasn't him in Earth's Mightiest Heroes, but goddamn if the voice actor wasn't trying to sound like him. You know what I mean? Oh, God.
Yeah, no, I get it.
How about you, Dragon Fang? Your thoughts so far?
I'm not really that interested in Marvel that much.
I should have gotten you sick like your sister.
Jesus.
Rude.
Damn.
Hey,
How rude,
saying
Angel.
I would have.
I'm going to go to your house and I'm going to hug your dog and I'm going to steal her affection from you again. How dare you?
You already do that whenever you come over, so try again.
Oh my God.
Maybe I'll show up with the divorce papers.
Yeah, guys. All right, but xeiana Rose and Dragon Fang, y'all have seen the first Iron Man movie that came out a long time ago, right? 2008?
Not all the way through.
I seen it all the way through.
Okay. All right. Well, at least y'all know at least y'all recognize and know the popularity of the actor, because
yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Indeed.
And you've seen him in Iron Man, and now with this bizarre twist, now he's going to be playing as Doctor Doom, much to the shock of everyone.
It's an interesting take, and I'm curious to see where they're gonna go with it.
Let's see. Now, Strogler, I will agree with this, though I may... Oh, goodness, Strogler, goddamn, my dude, thank you for being in your vlogger for 11 months. Almost
shit.
one more.
Congratulations.
Much
Thank
appreciated.
you for that, Struggler. We appreciate it.
Damn, bro, thank you so much. Now,
One more month. Let's go.
I might catch a little heat for this, but I agree with Strogler on this one because I got no beef with Robert Downey Jr. I like the guy. I like his work. I like what he's doing. And yes, I'll even admit it. Part of me kind of wants to see what his take is going to be. But at the same time, it feels like it should have been a new actor. There's a part of this, I hate to sound like the cynical one here, but there's a part of this that, did you saw the face of the Russos during that presentation? Did you saw how he looked? I guarantee
Yes.
you. You know what they were thinking? They were basically thinking, holy shit, this better save the franchise. This is the very definition of, oh shit, the interest is not going as well as it is. Grab the most popular face we can. And for what I read on the articles, he played with that. Do you know that he has his own trailer park?
Who
Do
does?
you know
Robert
that?
Downey Jr.?
Oh yeah, not only is he getting paid a ludicrous amount of money, he basically has an entire section of the filming park area all to himself and the trailer. I guarantee you that he basically threw a bunch of really over the top like conditions and they agreed because they are desperate to have him. Because after the spectacular fuck up that was the Jonathan Majors situation, the MCU needs a villain. They need a big, big villain because Thanos
you
is
could
dead.
make the argument that Jonathan Majors was method acting or some shit, but then again, I don't
Yeah.
really see Kang the Conqueror, who is a time traveling, like ubermensch of a psychopath who believes that his way is the only way and has his own council of Kangs holding his ass to the fucking fire, would stoop to woman beating.
Listen, look,
Exactly.
I'm just saying, guys, if they're looking for someone to fill the shoes of Kang, John Boyega is just one phone call away.
Yeah, well,
Too
see,
young.
after he acted in that Woman King movie, that ain't gonna happen. More importantly, is the fact that it's not, I'm not just talking about the real life problems. I'm talking about the fact that compared to the others, Kang just didn't gather as much hype. It doesn't help that in every single one of his major appearances, he died. Yes, we can talk about variants and time travel, but you died. My man got stabbed once in Loki and died. Then the process repeated itself a few dozen times. Then he gets completely sneed and feed by the super ants, and he gets sucked into the universal toilet. And I get it. I get what they're trying to do. But you, yes, we was Kangs. But you basically end the Quantum Mania movie with the main bad guy killed, and you're supposed to believe that the countless other bad guys that are just like him are going to be a threat.
Like,
I
why
guess
would you
it's
do
the
that?
best way.
Kang is an Avengers level threat.
That's the thing. They're trying to collaborate. I think that was a failure of the narrative. They were trying to, what's the word? Conglomerate the threat of Kang with the threat of being many Kangs. But narratively, it doesn't work because when there are so many Kangs, the sense of threat is diminished. Hey, Juan, you remember that little list in high school, the fiction list?
Oh,
The
I'm in the
fictional
show
list?
too? I can talk now, Jose? I can talk now, Angel? I can fucking talk? Jesus.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you, do you remember that list in high school that says, one ninja is the most dangerous man in the room. 1,000 ninjas are cannon fodder.
That's not a list from school. That's from TV trope. It's called the Conservation of Ninjutsu.
That's the problem. I believe they unintentionally did this to him. And as a result, while Kang is a well-known antagonist, he just doesn't carry the same sense of menace because he wasn't allowed to score a clean win. Everything boils down to, I already won, you just haven't seen it yet. And that works for the narrative, but it doesn't work for the audience. Fuck,
sure, but
I gotta,
we don't know
I'm
how it
gonna
could've-
stop for a minute because my throat is starting to itch. You take over for a moment.
I'd actually like to get in on this if you'd be so kind. Also, Physetter Macrocephalus, how you doing, buddy? Welcome to the Ravens Flock. This is a podcast of Blackfiles. And Mr. Geek Me Out, how you doing, buddy? For the record, we don't know anything about the new Superman movie yet. All we know is a couple of still shots. We haven't seen any trailer info, and we're looking forward to actually getting more information on it. But when we do, we'll be more than happy to talk more about it. Also, what do you call it? I'm glad that you had your surgery and that you're going through it without any sort of issue. And I'm hoping that you're doing better now over here, Mr. Geek Me Out. So we appreciate you, buddy. Now, to answer the fucking question over here, the issue with that is you can still have the menace of a legion of Kangs and every single technological or or alien or hyper advanced weapon slash doomsday device slash fucking monstrosity that he could bring to bear to the Avengers, and you could still make that be threatening if it's done right, which it could have very easily been done right if there weren't so many fumbles and fuck-ups during the issue of building the multiverse saga as it stands right now. The main issue being, even though we have plenty of different stories, there has been no one cohesive through line to help us string Kang along, except through the Loki series, which, by the way, for the record, they did a wonderful job in it.
Oh yeah, there's that too. Not everybody watched the series. Use it yourself. It creates connectivity issues.
Yeah. And what do you call it? And in that case, they would like having anything tie in with the movies, or at least have the movies bring some sort of issue in with it. We still don't have any idea of what's up with the 10 rings that Shang-Chi got. Are they future tech? Are they Kang tech that got dumped in the past from a future Kang or something? We don't know. We may never know. We found out in the Marvels movie that Ms. Marvel's bangle, her bracelet, is part of a freaking like ancient bit of alien tech that was used to help build their what do you call it? Their light speed travel, their portal jumping travel, whatever it is. So you've got.
I gotta be honest with you,
but
I'm getting
how does
real
that tie
tired
to
of
Kang?
tech. Exactly, and I gotta be honest with you. Why does everything have to be technology? Like Miss Marvel's entire stick is that her bangles are semi-mystical. The rings are supposed to be semi-mystical, and we can have magic. I mean, God knows we got Doctor Strange and Wanda and all that weird mystic horseshit there. So, not everything has to be technology, man.
Well, like, it's more like ancient, futuristic, ancient technology kind of thing, which is, it does tend to go towards that whole thing, like, oh, if technology being sufficiently advanced appears to be magic, and if we're all idiot Unga Bunga cave guys in the distant past, of course we're going to think they're magic rings or magic bracelets. Like, so...
This is going to be funny, though, because Doom's entire stick is that he uses magic, like straight up magic
and technology. He's a science wizard. He's an actual science wizard.
I cast fist.
What the? Where is that fist coming from?
That being said, if I may go briefly back to the actual casting choice itself.
Yes.
The best way I can explain it is, I don't want a single reference to his previous role as Iron Man. I don't want to see Robert Downey Jr. playing Tony Stark, playing Doom. I want to see Robert Downey Jr. playing Doom. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean, and thankfully you're not alone in that sense. You're not alone in that, what do you call it? In that sentiment. If I'm reading this correctly over here, what do you call it? I've actually got a article. By the way, like, yeah, I've got an article from the New Yorker, from New York Magazine, from Vulture, that I'm going to share with you guys. This article came up, I guess earlier today. Shit, 3:45 p.m. Wow, really, guys? And these guys were working overtime. Yeah. No, and what do you call it? It's an editorial from a movie critic working at Vulture, named Darren Franich. It's actually quite clever. Haha. Are we doomed? Like miscasting news with miss in parentheses here.
Thank you, sir. You said it correctly. I want Doom without the baggage of Tony Stark. That, at the very least, we deserve that. Go ahead, Juan, please.
All right, so Victor Von Doom lives in Latveria, a blighted and gothic country somewhere in remote misty mountain Europe. He is a tyrant plotting global domination, a mad scientist scarred by his own experiments, and an evil magician with demon friends. He shares Frankenstein's first name and lives in a Dracula-looking castle. In political terms, he's King Putin Rasputin. None of this screams Robert Downey Jr. In 10 Marvel movies across... 11 years. Downey played Iron Man as a chatterbox alpha brain, suave dork as a rude paradoxical phrase, but I don't know how else to explain the beguiling charm of Tony Stark's heinous beard. Downey embodied two unlikely fantasies: a tech hero a tech CEO who's actually as smart as he thinks he is, and a rich maniac who seems to be but isn't on cocaine. Wild stuff in 2008, but when the most popular screen superheroes were sad ex-people, an angry young Batman, and one crying Toby. Ow. Douchebag. Like,
okay, so I can disregard this entire article as complete fucking garbage then. Thank you for clarifying that for me.
There is method in this this madness. Yeah, this guy's really fucking snide in his delivery over here. Let's see here. What do you call it? Iron Man's best shock was how every scene with the metal suit was a little disappointing. The guy was more fun, and the conversation scenes. It's not that the actor hasn't gone wicked before. He's won an Oscar for embodying peevish military and industrial bureaucracy in Oppenheimer. He can nail being a nefarious jerk. Still somewhere between Captain America Civil War and Spider-Man Homecoming, Downey's personality took on the triple espresso cadence of Iron Man improv, and there's a comic book guy part of me that feels Downey's manic energy is all wrong for playing a moody, despotic sorcerer. Victor Von Doom is foreign, tragic, shadowy. He loves the homeland he rolls with an iron fist, seeks great power that could destroy him, and is a horrible patriarch with serious mommy issues. But after a few rough years of box office lows, the Marvel Cinematic Universe's new idea for how to save itself is to pair the franchise's original star with Anthony and Joe Russo, the directors of the franchise's biggest movies, which was Avengers, Infinity War, and Endgame. I'm not going to read the rest of this because, like you said, this guy's a bit of an ass. So you guys can read the rest of it for yourself on your own time, on your own dime. I'm not going to make you read it if you don't want to. But the fact remains... The guy made at least 1 point over here. Like, Victor Von Doom is not a million miles a minute Robert Downey Jr.ing. Victor Von Doom is a fucking, like, when you make fun of, like, angsty McAngster angst, he does that, but he's serious about it.
Yes. I mean, the dude calls himself, his name is Victor Von Doom, and he treats that name with the full gravitas that it deserves. He is... what's the best way to explain it? He's, what's the word? Sincere. Victor Von Doom, he certainly has a sense of humor, but he's a very sincere villain. When he says it, he means it.
Every single
the big
time.
declarations, the bombastic speeches, the dramatic swishing. Listen, that man designed his own goddamn cape. He understands presentation. That's what you need. Presentation. Because, listen, we already had evil Tony Stark. His name was Ultron. He was played by James Spader. I thought he did a good job. For some reason, people didn't.
Like, what the fuck? No, like, what's people's problem with Ultron, with James Spader? He
didn't behave like Ultron.
Has anyone seen The Blacklist? Not The Blackfiles. The Blacklist, which is James Spader's crime drama that he'd been in, where he plays Raymond Reddington. Was like literally the very first episode of that fucking brilliant series is him showing up like at the front fucking office of the CIA or the FBI and fucking going straight to them like, hello, can I speak to the deputy director in charge? Tell him that Raymond Reddington is here for him. And then when they look him up, they find his fucking rap sheet, they verify his face and everything, and before the guards show up, he takes a few steps back, gets down on his knees, hands behind his head, and you see every fucking buddy, everyone is on him. He is wanted for everything.
Maybe if he had brought that performance to the movie, he would have received a more positive reception. There is this brief moments in Age of Ultron, like when he's talking about the placing of the church, when he's briefly talking to Black Widow about how he evolved and grew, that you can like see a bit of the original there, but the script kind of didn't do him favors. Like it's one of those things where Josh Whedon wrote this one too, didn't he?
No, I don't think he wrote this one. Give me a minute.
Hang on a second. Who wrote Age of Ultron? Let me do some research. Give me a minute.
I was also going to chime in and say that maybe an argument.
No, it was Josh Whedon.
Oh, he did write it. My bad.
Oh, okay then.
Yeah, see, Josh Whedon did good in the first movie, but I feel like he brought too much of his usual stuff on the second movie, where sometimes at his best, he has excellent timing and sense of humor, but at his worst, he cannot let a moment rest without the joke. And I think, well, like I said, I got no beef with this presentation of Ultron. This is literally a what-if universe at this point compared to the comics. It tried a little too hard to not be a creepy, emotionless robot. It made him almost too human at times. Mind you, James Spader's amazing performance did help, but who knows? Maybe he brought more of that crime drama personality on it. He would have received a better reception. I didn't mind it personally, but I can see why people wouldn't like it that much. Know what I mean?
Yeah, but like I was gonna say, like maybe other fans were hoping, were anticipating that Ultron would be portrayed as just like they did in the animated cartoons of Ultron, where he's just monotone, where he's completely monotone, and this is the only solution.
Like,
no,
you don't get anything compelling out of that. Like, not in terms of an emotional investment, not in terms of connecting with an audience. You need to literally have your guy being a little bit more like threatening, but oh god, there's a reason why he's picking up the way he is because he was plucked out of Tony's ass. Him and
that's one way of putting it.
Banners. It's like, okay, let's take the same what do you call it? The same personality traits that Tony thinks he's doing a great job with, and let's take it to its absolute, like, take any morality or humanity away from it. He'll still talk like he's human, but there's nothing there. There's no clicking. Let me take a look over here.
I like the Stroger's description. You know how people treat Vicious from the original Cowboy Bebop? Mm-hmm. That's the feeling Doom should have. Like, he mentions his name and people get scared. It's like in the Lord of the Rings, when he goes, when he goes, a Balrog, and you see Legolas's face go pale.
Yeah, I can see that.
I don't think that counts because Orlando Bloom was always pale during those scenes.
You can see him pale further. You know,
But go on, Juancho. You were about to say something.
No, actually, I wanted to see if Dragon Fang or xeiana, if either of them are have gotten.
Ask Shiva her opinion.
No thoughts. Head empty.
Head empty.
But there is something that we can all collectively chime in on, because unfortunately, the announcement of Robert Downey Jr. playing as Victor Von Doom was not immune to controversy.
Oh, go on, Jose. Please continue leading the show that I don't run anymore. Like, Jesus, can I, like, I was in the middle of trying to do setups and this stuff. What the fuck, man? It's not the Ravens Flock, it's the Blackfiles. Chill.
My bad. Sorry.
No, not your bad. Not your bad. Fuck you. How dare you? What the fuck, man? Like, you send me the articles, but you don't trust me to set the stuff up, or at least try to bring the stuff up properly? Come on, man. Shit.
That's not true. That's not true, Juan.
It's literally what you just did here.
All right. My bad.
What Jose's referring to is not just people being pissy, like, oh, let's not make him quippy quips over here and jokey jokes and shit. It's this shit, and you guys can fucking argue amongst yourselves about whether there's wokeness in this shit. No, fucking whatever. I don't care. That's not even the fucking point in here. The issue on this is Latveria and a lot of the origin of the story of Doctor Doom is very much entrenched in Eastern European and specifically Romani culture.
Sake.
No. I'm saying you can make that argument if you want, but that's not even remotely close to the point in any of this situation. So, coming to us from an article from the Express Tribune, I believe this is the Pakistani Tribune over here. So this is actually an interesting fucking takeaway. So yeah, Robert.
Oh, hey, that's Tina. I recognize her. Cool. Hi, Tina.
Yeah, so Robert Downey Jr.'s casting as Dr. Doom sparks accusations of whitewashing and a lack of creativity. I do not want this fucking ad pop-up, or this one, fuck you. Fucking ad pop-up.
You know, all of this can be solved if he just never takes off the mask.
Angel, drink some water.
I am.
Drink more water.
I'm gonna make some nice hot tea after this.
Go right ahead, guys. Yeah, so let's see here. Following Jonathan Majors' legal troubles, Marvel was expected to recast or replace the villain Kang the Conqueror. Instead, they chose to bring back Robert Downey Jr., who previously portrayed Iron Man, to play Doctor Doom. This announcement was made alongside the reveal of the upcoming Avengers film, Avengers Doomsday, directed by the Russo brothers, which will explore the multiverse. One fucking person over here. This is the cheapest, most depressing and desperate move I've ever seen Marvel doing, and I'm almost mad at RDJ for cheapening the legacy of Iron Man like this. The initial reaction at San Diego Comic-Con was overwhelmingly positive, but the online response has been more critical. Many fans expressed their disappointment and frustration, accusing Marvel of a desperate move to revive the franchise. One fan stated this feels so lazy, while another remarked Robert Downey Jr. Playing Doctor Doom is the most Marvel thing I can think of, really just completely giving up any attempt at being original. Let's see here. Critics have also highlighted that Doctor Doom is of Romani descent, a crucial aspect of this character's backstory, which we're not going to fucking try and pussyfoot around. Yeah, he fucking is. Casting Downey Jr. in this role strips away the significant cultural representation. One fan commented, it's being criticized due to the fact that Doctor Doom is of Romani descent, and casting Romani, yeah, literally what we just fucking said here. Going to... Yeah, go ahead and yuck it up. Not like you don't need a throat. Is Angel done dying? Do you know Jose?
I'm
Maybe.
good. Please continue. This is the best. I am so happy I joined this episode. Thank you for inviting me again.
You're always invited, Angel. You just don't always. You just aren't always available, unfortunately. And how?
Please
here's like a
continue.
fucking example. I'm guessing that's the Romani flag. I'm assuming, but I don't know. I don't want to make an assumption without knowing properly. Let's see here. And here we've actually got comic panels of Victor's youth when he was a child or whatever. And oh no, Boris, what are they? Calm yourself, Victor. It's not what you fear. The Baron's wife has taken ill, son, so he has sent his men for a healer. But father, you can't go with. It's all right, Victor. I'll return to you soon after I've gone. After I've done what I can for the Baroness. Be steady, child. Your father is a great man. He will be fine. No good can come of this, Boris. The Baron and his men, they're killers. They care nothing for our kind. Victor, wait for me. And so, and then we have another fucking one. He's talking to Professor Xavier, who in the modern day comics is able to walk again, and he's got a portable cerebro, and he never takes it off because why? Let's see. While I have little...
Okay, sure.
What's up?
No, you kind of blindsided me with that whole Xavier cerebro walking. Like, damn.
Oh, you don't remember? You forgot? You forgot that Charles Xavier is walking again in the X-Men comics? And that he has a portable cerebro helmet and he never takes it off and it looks stupid? You forgot that?
What the fuck is happening in comics, man?
You need to catch up. I've been keeping up with this, and
I
it's been
certainly don't know.
So, let's see, Victor. Okay. While I have little respect for traditional diplomats, Doom at least recognizes that they are supposed exceptional examples of an underwhelming populace. You, however, have decided to make all your citizens free to do what they will in countries that come begging for your plans. Make no mistake. Doom recognizes the country of Krakoa, but I do not recognize that having claws protrude from your body makes you worthier than a human who dedicates their life to diplomacy and the study of culture. It is insulting. You are insulting, Charles, with this pretense of superiority. Doom will help this young man because it is what Doom wishes to do with his power. Power that he has earned.
See? That's what I want to see.
And you could see Charles Xavier with this like gritting his teeth behind his mouth fucking look, even though you can't see his eyes because his fucking helmet, this fucking cerebro helmet. I'm never gonna let them live that down. Why?
By the way, for the record, Krakoa basically ended with the entire island disappearing or going to a different dimension or some shit.
Yeah,
all that talk about shaking the status quo with their crappy little mutant ethno-state, and then they did nothing with it.
It's almost as if like having a singular ethno-state or a singular state based solely on a single uniting characteristic of your populace, like everyone being born a specific way or practicing a specific belief system, is a bad thing.
Especially when you have 3 to 5 super Hitlers in your, like, primary government. They have fucking Mr. Sinister in there. Why the fuck was Mr. Sinister in the head of government? Oh my god. I gotta stop. It's starting to genuinely hurt.
This is why I asked you to go drink more water.
The entire Krakoa plotline is so stupid. But, sorry, allow me to go back to the train tracks. That panel right there, that beautiful page you showed me, that's what I want with Doom. I want somebody whose ego is massive and well-warranted. We know RDJ can act the part. I know he can. I've seen his other films. That motherfucker's got range. Let them... Okay, I'll say it right now. He was not my first pick. I would have preferred any other actor to try their hand at this role. And it's very clear they're bringing him here because he is the face of the MCU and they desperately want more asses in seats. But let him cook. In fact, I told you this. We had this conversation before. I want him to win. Establish his threat. Give him a solid, undisputable victory. Have him win. Have the good guys celebrate after the big badass fight scene. And oh shit, Doom Robot. Oh shit, you further his plans. Oh shit, all according to 1,000 Gorillion Keikakus. Good luck. You activated 25 fucking trap cards. I want establishment of... Thank you. Because remember, this isn't just going to be his movie to show off. This is the movie where the new Avengers are going to come in. And then you get to show them, A, they got what it takes to kick ass, but B, they are facing an opponent that they cannot just beat easily. You know, it could work well for both sides if it's well written and directed. That's what I believe.
Now I'm taking a look in the chat. In here, Five-Star Macrocephalus over here is agreeing. What do you call it? I do, and Struggler is saying, I do believe that Doom shouldn't be making jokes. He should be devoid of humor. It should bounce off him like Teflon. Mr. Quake, I bet people will compare him to Josh Brolin. Doom does have roots in Roma. Yeah, you're right. We need a superior Iron Man. Ficesetter, the problem is portraying Romani as the villains is also arguably are problematic. Yeah, that's probably one reason why they're trying not to do that. Is like, yeah, we don't want like, oh, the evil gypsies and all that shit, like that bullshit. So yeah, like.
But he is an evil gypsy. You can't portray a whole race when it's only one individual. That's like saying all black people are bad because Killmonger exists.
And yet how many folks have been saying, oh, Killmonger's based and shit? Like, yeah, but you don't see where he fucked up. He's taken it to a natural extreme. He's taken it to... Killmonger took his ideology and took that, like, okay, well, we'll be on top and we'll fucking dominate everyone else and fuck you. Like, no, that's not the right answer either. You need...
The best part is, Doom doesn't make any...
Hang on. What the fuck is that? Is this a joke? Is this a fucking joke? Hang on. Something fucking played some fucking weird-ass fucking music in the middle of that same fucking page. Dear God, what the fuck? I don't fuck... Not even a commercial. Not even a good one. Fuck.
Those, like, ideologies rolled into one. He really, only laterally, 100% believes that he is the best person for the job. And in some comic book issues, he's shown that he is the best person for the job. So this is going to be the Killmonger discourse pretty much all over again. The main difference is that Doom doesn't give a damn. Doom does as Doom pleases. And yeah, no, like,
that's
Killmonger's deal.
Even there in that fucking comic where he's dressing down Charles Xavier with his giant bobblehead, like Funko Pop looking helmet, fucking looking like JD McDonough, motherfucker, dressing him down like, oh, you're the ambassador? Fuck you.
It's always funny to me that the Black Panther movie wasn't even subtle about showing you that Killmonger was wrong. The first scene actually highlighted his hypocrisy very well. Remember when he rolled up to the museum? Remember what he did? He was talking to the tour guide lady, and he gave her a speech about how the African tribes were colonized and so much was stolen from them. And then he kills like 3 dozen innocent people in the museum. And after stealing all the vibranium, he grabs a mask from a completely different tribe. Do you remember what he said?
What?
Hey, man, is that one of ours? Nah, I'm just feeling it. Like, that scene is actually brilliantly filmed. It's this beautiful, perfect concentration of, yeah, this man is a disgusting, stupid hypocrite. His points are only valid because he believes them, but you can tell that he's just as bad, if not worse. He's never changed. Doom is like that, but he may actually have the power to change the world. That's what makes him so dangerous. He has the power, the resources, and the intelligence to achieve the things Killmonger only wishes he could get to. And God damn it, he believes it. That man buys into his own hype so well. It's fast.
You need to take another
Huge
drink.
foundation,
Zay, how about you?
yes.
Your thoughts on how Killmonger is, like, everyone's like on Killmonger's right, and how do you think that's going to play out with Doom?
I mean, the thing is that it's hard to argue against Killmonger, and his views on things. I mean, fuck, like in the first Black Panther movie, like shit, when we saw Killmonger and when we saw like the shit that he goes through, like between this, well, actually, no, I don't have anything else, but like, yeah, no, like. I have to agree with Angel. I have to agree with Angel. I think we're likely. I think that's likely what's going to happen. I mean, shit.
Hashtag Doom was right. Get ready to see that a million fucking times for the next few years. The discourse this movie is going to start is going to be rancid.
Right in what way? What are we trying to say? Like, okay, are we literally trying to say like the what? If I'm understanding correctly, Doom is, by nature, he's single-minded, he's authoritarian in how he governs Latveria. Yeah, he rules with an iron fist. Yes, but also at the same time, he is benevolent to his people. He treats his people right. He treats Latveria as a proper fucking country and all that good shit. But at the same time, it also comes at the cost of like, oh, by the way, I'm also gonna take over the world using this cosmic fucking artifact, and now everyone will be under the hand of Doom. You see how well I'm doing Latveria? Why not give why not make the Earth Latveria again or some shit? And there's gonna be assholes who are gonna be like, yeah, no, Doom's right. Like, look at how good he's treating his people and shit. But it comes at a fucking horrible cost. It comes at the cost of people's autonomy, people's fucking independence, people's self-determination. So,
you don't need those human rights anyway.
We want to be... Oh, no. Guess what? Guess.
Yeah.
Guess. You'll never guess it. You'll never guess.
I don't like guessing. It's bad like assuming. What is it?
Loki was right. Is this not simpler? Is this not your natural state?
Oh my god!
That is literally it.
The lure, like to be ruled. You were made to.
That
be
is
ruled.
it. You nailed it right there. Doom literally believes that he is the best man for the job. That's his entire shtick.
Listen, man, I just want them to recreate that fucking like one picture where Doom owns fucking Galactus and walks away like fuck yeah.
No,
that was a celestial.
That would make him the hero. He's not the fucking hero. He's the villain.
I know, I'm being ridiculous, guys.
Quit being ridiculous.
Mind you, it depends on the interpretation. In some comic book issues and some runs, Doom has done things that are unequivocally heroic. He just doesn't have any altruistic motives. Like, he's gonna save the world, but because only he's the only one allowed to control it. He's gonna fight Galactus because nobody eats his planet. Okay. Think about it this way. Lex Luthor. Everything that Lexi does is around his ego. What makes him look good, what makes him feel important. It's like that. You do not think, why does Doom do this? You should think, how does this benefit Doom?
I can see that.
That's his entire thing. If he ever does something nice for somebody, I guarantee you he's either trying to benefit in some way or he really wants to prove how superior he is. Remember, this is the same guy who went out of his way to save the life of Reed Richardson's daughter just so he could hold it over his head that he saved her where her dad couldn't. And he even got the honor of naming her Valeria after his country.
The enemy of my enemy is my... No, the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
No,
which just happens to
the
be
enemy of my enemy is still my enemy, but only I get to be my enemy's enemy.
Exactly. Doom is, for all his power, extraordinarily petty. One of the most evil things he ever did in comics?
What?
At one point, he goes to a parallel universe where he met an alternate version of himself that became good, who looked inside himself, realized how much of a monster he was, and he made friends with Reed Richards. He became a good guy. Doom Guy killed him immediately. Then he grabbed the ultimate nullifier. The original. Oh, shit. The Doom Guy. Oh, shit. No.
Wrong
Doom killed good Doom immediately, then grabbed the ultimate nullifier and wiped out that entire universe. He killed untold trillions of innocent lives because they dare to exist in a universe where he admitted weakness. It is genuinely one of the most evil things he's ever done. Yeah. Never quit. In some aspects, Doom can be surprisingly charming, but at his worst, Doom is one of the greatest evils because he is driven entirely by ego and spite. Oh yeah, Future Foundation kicked some serious ass. It was hilarious.
Ego and spite. That's how I try to get through my day at work.
Yeah, except
Mostly,
I have to knock your ego down a couple of pegs because you get too full of yourself. Wait, what the fuck?
Imagine that, but you had the power to kill anybody you want.
Hold on. What's his face? Mr. Quake. Killmonger, what if is worse? Look, I hate Killmonger, but I love Michael B. Jordan, no homo. Killmonger is a manipulative bully.
In a sense, yes, he is. God, yes, we need Agent Venom. God, what I wouldn't give for a good Agent Venom. But for now, we'll have to make do with just Venom.
Oh, we're getting Venom, and we got the Venom: The Last Dance over here. So why the hell not? Agent Venom.
I'm almost looking
fine.
forward.
I guess he's fine.
Oh, that tea is wonder. This tea is working wonders. I love mint.
Are we talking over your head, Dragon Fang? Are we completely Are you lost? Do you need a compass?
I think Dragon Fan is using us as ASMR.
I'm in one ear and out the other. Yes, she needs a compass.
I was about to say, this is what happens.
Are you lost in the world?
When one is clueless and the other can't talk. God damn it. God.
I am not clueless. You take that back.
I can't take it back. I don't know where to put it.
What if
all right, I'm gonna make the spiciest thing and then feed it to you.
Bet. I'll just do what Homer
I'm
Simpson did, and I'll coat my insides with candle wax. Try and stop me then.
It's only a little melted. He's still good. He's still good.
Fuck. What do you call it? So.
Even Shiva is huffing at you.
Shiva is like, my owners are neophytes. Please forgive them.
No, she's like, my owners are being mean. They're not letting me be around men. Help me. I want to be around men.
All you gotta do is come up here.
You know what? I did promise that I would visit you guys later, but I think I should put a rain check until I am fully recovered from this cold, if only to avoid any further incidents.
Now, to put it simply over here, when it comes to the way this character comes off, yeah, we're over here fan theorizing and all this shit, and we're fucking getting all up in our theories and our philosophies of how Doctor Doom should be portrayed. But at the end of the day, we've got to at least trust enough that Robert Downey Jr., with the giant sack of cash that he was handed to come back, knows enough to do his best not to be too Tony Starkish and actually play this straight. But also, we have to take into account, like, okay, are the Russos also writing Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars? Oh yeah, by the way, there's also Avengers Secret Wars coming up. But we also have to trust that the writers that they get in this team up for Avengers 5 to know enough of how to give us
so
Doom.
much shit happening. Maybe that upcoming Captain movie will bring us a little extra like leeway to work with this. Like the movie ends and they go like, "Hey man, speaking of politics, have you heard of this country called Lavatorium?"
You mean Latveria? Jesus, Angel, Lavatorium.
Yes, lavender perfume.
You mean lavatory, the fancier way of calling a bathroom?
Yeah. I was going to say lavatory, but that works too.
Y'all are batshit.
Hey, we are trying to respect the rich cultural history of levothyroxine. Give me some credit here.
Okay. You know what? I got no room to talk because whenever we discuss, I don't know, whenever Sailor Moon comes into discussions, I always make fun of Queen Barrel's name, calling her Queen Barrel Roll, Queen Bombadil. I've got no room to talk. Also, Yugi's in the chat. Hey, up there, Yugi. Welcome to the Blackfiles.
Hey, Yugi.
Welcome to the Blackfiles. Hey, gang, it's EJ. So I had one of my physical therapy appointments today. My physical therapist, Thomas, pushed me like has been doing these last 2 weeks. I wanted my adoptive family to know I'm getting stronger. Yes! Do it!
That's good. Awesome.
Do it!
Awesome.
Also, I was going to add to the joke.
Man.
Also, I was going to add to the joke and call her Queen Benadryl.
Queen Bumblebee.
Yeah. You know, she is also from the same country where Dr. Doom is. Levemir Flex Touch Insulin, 5 milligram dosage.
Oh, God.
We gotta stop. Oh my goodness.
We're horrible.
Oh God.
Oh my God.
We
are
kind of agree that while it would have been nice to have a new actor play the part of Dr. Doom, it's pretty clear that they're going for a familiar face because they want familiar asses in seats. You know, I just realized what I want. One,
Yes.
I can't believe I forgot about this. I want everybody to go in there expecting the Matrix and get Speed Racer.
Okay, you're going to have to explain yourself on this one.
We have the same directors. We have some of the most well-known actors with one of the most familiar roles. But he's going to play a character who is so distinct from his original personality that I want everybody who goes in there to even wanting a hint of Iron Man, I want them to be thoroughly blown away by a Doctor Doom performance. I want them to go in and I want their expectations blown to shit. In fact, I want this movie to feel completely different from the average Marvel movie. I want this to be the Doom movie. You know what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you're saying over here, Angel. We got to be careful with what we say when we're trying to say, I want this, whenever we've tried to invoke among the fan base, I want this Marvel movie to feel different from any other Marvel movie that came before. We had movies that were different that, on the one hand, played very well differently, like Captain America the Winter Soldier. That played more like a political conspiracy thriller rather than a superhero movie. On the other
Something
hand,
like that, yeah.
we also had the Eternals, which played more as a big ensemble, the introspective story about a found family and larger consequences. Also, is aborting a space baby right or wrong? And no one was digging it because they were space and gay.
Damn it, I always knew all the gays would eventually turn into the topic of abortion.
No,
Fucking woke-ass Marvel movies!
No, they were space, and they were gay. Well,
Damn.
technically, one of the 10 of them was the only gay one. That was Fastos. But then again, at the same time, he also came around and he gave us excellent fucking acting in the Godzilla X Kong movies. But
Yeah.
no,
He also gave us a fat man and a little boy.
Wait, what? Oh yeah, no, yeah, he did.
He
Yeah,
gave us-
see, yeah, he did give us Fat Man and Little Boy. So yeah, go fucking figure. And he went, "Oh my God, what have I done?" Any guilt that Oppenheimer must have had, this poor fucker had it like 10 times worse. Like, oh my fucking God, these silly human peoples that were shepherding along they were not ready for this, and this is fucking terrible.
I'm gonna teach them how to split an atom. Surely nothing bad can happen. Oh God.
Oh God, everything.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
See,
Fucking
like,
Irish
that was-
Shem comes out of the sky. Hello, humans. What is happening in this strait? God damn it.
Okay, what's happening? Oh, God damn it, not again. Which of you did this? Wait, let me guess.
Can you just imagine all the Eternals sheepishly just pointing at Fastos over the ruined wrecks of Hiroshima and Nagasaki?
Poor
Just
fucker.
the fucking Always Sunny in Philadelphia theme starts to play.
Fastos ruined the world. So, like, so you see, like, we're over here. We could talk about the Eternals, and we could talk about it in a pretty much like, if not positive, then a more favorable / neutral sense. But everyone and their mothers was saying that's too weird. It's too space gay. I'm not digging that. That's too different. Give me more punchy action shit. Okay, we've got punchy action shit. Let's see. Guardians of the Galaxy 3. That's great. Awesome.
Yeah, it was great.
I want some more fun, wacky stuff happening in space. Well, we've got the Marvels, where we literally have a planet where people sing to speak. That's too weird and funky. What the fuck? This is too dumb, and there are too many women's. Like, it's a women's team. What the fuck do you want? That's too weird. It's too weird. Fucking Doctor Strange. Yeah, that's great because he's got multiverse, and the multiverse of madness was. The fucking problem with that was that everyone forgot that WandaVision wasn't meant to be Wanda's fucking redemption or nothing like that. That's her villain origin.
That already happened before. It was called WandaVision.
That's what I
she
just
villained
said.
origin really hard back then.
That's what I just said, and like, it culminating with her in Multiverse of Madness, and it's too weird, and I don't get it. Like, I get that. So we got to be fucking explicitly careful when we're like very monkey paw phrasing over here when we say I want this film of Avengers Doomsday to be different from any other Marvel film that came before it. We gotta be extra fucking careful when we define different.
Oh no, here's the thing though. I am long past caring. I want shit to go fly right off the shelves. I want things to get weird in the best and the worst way possible. Because Marvel is getting desperate. And they are going to put all the eggs in as many baskets as they can, which means that, yeah, there's a chance that I suck horribly, but there's also a chance that it will be great. And either way, worst case scenario, I might see a shitty movie. Best case scenario, I might see an amazing film. And I am no longer constrained by anything beyond my expectations. I mean it, my friend. I want these motherfuckers to go wild. They are paying Robert Downey Jr. $100 million goddamn dollarinos. I want to see performances worth that much money.
Do you want to see
maybe the
ham?
execution might suffer.
Do you want him milking the giant cow? It is fucking Hamlet, Hammertons. Do you want him to give us a Mandarin twist over here? Like
no,
listen,
no. I want Mandarin with no twist.
No twist. Gotcha.
Wancho, I'm just saying,
straight.
man. Everything you mentioned earlier in this in the podcast, where they gave Tony Stark his own, where they give Robert Downey Jr. his own trailer and all this stuff and all this and that and all the perks. Angel mentioned it. I'm like, that sounds like something. That sounds like a Tony Stark thing. That sounds like something Tony Stark would command.
No,
one of the things that Doom will never admit.
Doom would command.
One of the things that Doom will never admit in his darkest moments is that he and Tony have slightly more in common than they think. There is a reason why in Earth's Mightiest Heroes, he went out of his way to try to steal Tony's tech. Oh, make no mistake, he hates the man. But Doom recognize real. Oh shit, that's a good line. I should use it sometime. Doom recognize real. And whether he says it or not, he recognizes Tony Stark.
All right, you just reminded me of a thing here. How what's his face? How how closely like mirroring to Iron Man that that Doctor Doom really was. You just reminded me of that shit. You're gonna love this. This let's see here. When did it come out? When did it come out? When did it come out? Give me a fucking date, people. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Live research.
Yeah.
Oh goodness.
Okay. Iron Man issue 150.
There we go.
So, yeah, special double-sized issue for anniversary, The Invisible Iron Man. Trapped in time-lost land of King Arthur, Iron Man battles Doctor Doom. Yeah, this was the Doom Quest 2-issue arc that they had in issues 149 and 150. Basically, they have to fucking work together because they inadvertently, in an attempt for Iron Man to fucking take back some Stark tech that Doctor Doom managed to get his hands on, they end up getting flung back in time because Doctor Doom has a time platform, and they're literally sent backwards to the days of King Arthur to Camelot. So he's got to fucking do that shit. So it's ridiculous, and it's so fucked.
Comic books are so wild sometimes, man. And I mean that in the best way possible. When you let the imagination run wild with some decent writing, you can do some extraordinary stuff. Also, you know what? I never got an answer to that question, Juan. When he inevitably takes off the mask, because it's going to happen in the movie, it has to happen at least once. So, Juan, what do you prefer? Heavily scarred or barely any scars on his face? What's your preference here?
Okay, we didn't actually have that question come up yet, but
no, we talked about it last week.
Over the weekend when we found out. Okay,
yeah.
So heavily scarred or barely anything. I would like to go with the barely anything there. I would like this to be
minor burn.
You want to see the burn?
No, go ahead. Didn't mean to interrupt. Sorry.
Okay, no. My thinking on it is the physical scarring. That's easy and plain to fucking to show. And yeah, if he's tormented, Man in the Iron Mask style. Yeah, that's easy and one thing for us to be able to pin the psychosis on. But you remember, there's also the psychological underpinnings of him being raised as a lowly Romani boy with his mother. So you've got psychological torment. You've got years of abuse and mistreatment under the Baron of Latveria and taking it over from there and being the ruler and shit. But he never got over the trauma of his mother's passing. He never gets over the trauma of the rough and abysmal fucking life that he had growing up. So who the fuck can? That's not something that you can hide behind. Or maybe that's something that he thinks, like, somewhere fractured in the back of his fucking skull. Maybe he does think he's got a bunch of horrifying scarring in his brain. Maybe when he looks at himself, he sees the scars and the burnt face, and when you see him, you see nothing.
That's good. I like that option. Actually, you know what? I like that option better. When he looks in the mirror, I want him to look like the image I just sent you on the Facebook chat. Doom from Impossible Wars. He's like, his face is like, how do I put this? His nose is gone and the scarring is around the nose. So it looks like the center of his face has burned out and it contrasts with the rest of his normal face to make it look even ghastly. I want his self-image to look like that. Look at that shit.
I actually can't. I have to log into the Reddit in order to open it up. Give me a second.
No, you don't. What? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot. I'm on Google right now. My bad.
Look, see?
Damn.
Send me the Google link that you got from it.
No, I forgot that I actually apparently I have a Reddit account. I have my Google. I didn't even know I made one. Shit.
Hang on, let me see.
You know what? Hang on. Better
Okay,
idea.
I
I'm just
found
gonna
it.
copy the image.
I found it. You're talking about this one where he doesn't have a nose, right?
Yeah, look at that shit. I like give him a perfectly face with like maybe some small scarring from the metal of the mask.
I
But
managed
when
to
he
get
looks
around
in the
the fucking
mirror,
thing. So
that's
yeah,
what I want to see.
so they can see this, so you can see what I see, a god with great love for his people. By the way, folks, I do have to give you a very, very minor obligatory disclaimer. This is a graphic fucking view of Victor Von Doom. I'm only going to have it up
It
on
looks
screen for a few moments.
ghastly.
So
I like it.
this is what
It's
Angel's got in
beautiful.
mind. So Angel wants Doctor Doom to look like this when he looks at himself in the mirror, but look like normal ass Robert Downey Jr. when he in actuality.
Yeah, that's what I want. Like, look at that. What a perfect delusional self-image for such a vain and powerful man. It's perfect.
So let me go ahead and take a look in the chat real quick. Mr.
Oh, you
Geek
can
Me Out
see his
said that his
broken
birthday is coming up
teeth.
next Wednesday. Happy early birthday to you, Mr. Geek Me Out. You celebrated the big 5-0. Congratulations to you, man. Let's see here. Spider-Man is Marvel. Let's see. How did you make a group of immortals fighting giant planet-sized god beings so boring? It's because we were trying to find out who these immortals actually are, and they didn't. And it's tough to flesh it out when you have a team of 10 people. So how the hell are you going to give them all the proper the proper time for them to breathe and for them to be characters and people when we have to get the
enough
punchy
time
punchies
to
in?
build it. Oh, by the way, I apologize for punching, but I gotta punch out. We're getting close to the end of my time, and this thing can only do so much, man. My throat is about to just give out on me right now. I gotta head out to bed.
I was actually hoping that you would stick around for just one more moment before you do, because
All
I
right.
did want to bring up
Just a
one
few more
other
minutes.
article in regards to the situation of who's getting shafted harder. The Marvel Universe once Doctor Doom steps in, or Jonathan Majors himself. Because as we got over here from this article from IGM, Jonathan Majors, quote, heartbroken over Robert Downey Jr.'s Doom reveal. Quoting, I love Kang. Dr. Doom is wicked, though. So this comes to us by Adam Bankhurst. This was posted earlier today. Jonathan Majors was approached on the street and shared that he was, quote, heartbroken over the reveal that Robert Downey Jr. will be playing Dr. Doom in the MCU. Furthermore, he still loves Kang the Conqueror and would love to return as the villain if that's what the fans in Marvel would want. TMZ spoke to Majors, who Marvel cut ties with, after he was found guilty of assault and harassment. And he shared a few words on the big news that RDJ was in here. So yeah, where's his quote? Where's his fucking quote? Yeah, I'm heartbroken, Majors said, about how he was feeling after the reveal. Of course I love him. I love Kang. Dr. Doom is wicked, though. He was then asked about Downey and Ezra Miller's criminal history and how he felt that they were given chances to return to Hollywood despite that. I think it's fair that Mr. Downey is being and has been greeted with patience and curiosity, and love that Mr. Miller has gotten the same treatment and that they're being allowed to work their art and be creative at that level. He responded, I didn't really get that. Lastly, he was also asked if he would want to return as Kang the Conqueror in the future. Kang? Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. I love him. That's what I said. I love him. I love Kang. I love Victor Timely. I love He Who Remains. Love him. If that's what the fans want, if that's what Marvel wants, let's roll. Yeah. And getting into that. So
I thought that he was declared innocent of the charges. I thought I could have sworn. Didn't they like classify this case as self-defense because she attacked him first?
There was still issues revolving around that. I think he was found not guilty on one of the stuff in that entire debacle, but he was still found guilty of assault and harassment with the rest of the case. So it was almost like it was washed out for nothing, almost. So
damn. Listen, I don't think it's fair. Even if Kang is not my favorite bad guy, it's not fair that this dude is getting shafted this hard while Ezra Miller is allowed to still work after going on what amounts to a fucking GTA main character revenge spree throughout the country. Like, holy shit!
I don't think so. I don't think fucking Ezra Miller has gotten there yet. He hasn't heard it, not in my eyes at least.
Yeah, say what you will about Robert Downey Jr., but the dude's reputation and life were destroyed by his drug abuse during the time that, like, before he went to jail and rehab, he lost a lot of roles. Like, his life was in fucking shambles. The fact that he made it out of here and managed to revive his career with Iron Man is miraculous. But we cannot downplay that for many years after his drug habit got the best of him, that man was in the pits. He was in the fucking dirt.
No fucking kidding, man. It was wild. And like I said, Ezra Miller, as far as I'm concerned, he hasn't earned it yet. I don't know how he plans to, or how
he needs to go to jail now.
No, he should actually be in jail.
Yeah, no, fuck him.
But that being said, what's his face? Should definitely he should definitely. Jonathan Majors needs time to fucking. Ezra Miller needs time to fucking relax, and Jonathan Majors actually needs to put the time and put the work in to rehabilitate and get all his stuff fixed up too.
It'll be funny if this movie just revives Marvel's like previous hype to unseen levels, and after it's all over, they go, "Okay, bring him back in. We're gonna do the Kang thing again."
Well, let's try Kang one more time.
Let's do the time Kang again.
Shit. Let me take a look over here.
Oh god.
All right, so now you can go ahead. You can fucking leave. What can we expect with you Saturday, Angel?
Next Saturday, presuming that my body hasn't... Sorry, this Saturday, presuming that my body doesn't die on me, we will play again Metal Gear Solid 3 Snack Eater at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at your show Los Amigos Play, live on both YouTube and... We killed the fear of unemployment. Now we're going to kill the fear of responsibility, so we can eventually face the fear of our impending mortality. And I hope that you will be there to enjoy every moment with us.
But will it be the end for us, Angel?
That's a good question. There will be no end to the good questions.
Y'all are fucking insane.
Love you guys. xeiana, Dragon Fang, thank you for hanging out and being our unwitting audience. Mr. Arauz, thank you kindly for having me in. I look forward to seeing you and Mr. Casabona once again in the future.
All right, we'll see you Saturday, Angel. I will drown you in Dayquil when you come to my house. I will drown you in Dayquil, along with xeiana, along with Dragon Fang. I'll have a little bit of for myself. I'll have a little shot glass. Jose,
hang on a minute. Yeah,
you get NyQuil. I know you have sleep trouble.
You know what the best part is?
I'm fine. I'm not sick.
You know what the best part is, too?
What?
What?
It is very likely I will get better, and all of you will get worse.
I'm not taking that fucking chance. Hence the Dayquil.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you know what? We need to be like that one scene in Brooklyn Nine-Nine where one of the characters brings Stephanie Beatrix an entire package of all the medicines, all the remedies, like the tea, the soups, and the medicines, and it's like, this is the I'm gonna kick this cult ass package.
And bring the I'm gonna kill this cult ass package, and I'm gonna go to my bed and try not to sweat myself to death. Good night, everybody.
Sweat it all out. Have a good night, Angel. We'll see you Saturday.
Not on my bed. I just clean my sheets.
Too bad. Sweat it.
Damn it.
Actually, you know what? Speaking of which, xeiana, Rose, Dragon Fang, are you still with us?
They're dead.
No, they're not dead.
Wow, rude.
I can't believe those two beautiful ladies died of ligma.
Wow, douche.
No, Angel, no one's going to go there.
Yes.
Okay. Angel, that joke belongs in 2023.
I mean, listen, we had a good time with COVID. We got to find a new one. I propose we bring ligma back, like a fashion trend.
No, Angel, we're not bringing ligma back.
Go to bed. You're delusional right now.
What I am is high on cough syrup. I'm going to continue doing that. See you all later.
See you later, man.
And drown it.
All right. Have a good one.
Love you all.
All right.
All right.
I'm going to take a look in the chat real quick before I start actually wrapping us up. Let me see here. Yeah, Yugi, he fucking mentioned Ezra Miller as well. Because, like, Ezra Miller, he really did, as Angel would have described it, he did go on an actual fucking Grand Theft Auto crime spree. Especially around the state of Hawaii. I don't think he should be allowed anywhere near that state anymore. But yeah.
No, he shouldn't be allowed any. He should be allowed any human being. Like the guy, Ezra Miller's just a are an awfully terrible person.
Seriously. So like on the one hand, get like bringing up the situation when it was TMZ who actually brought him up. They're like, oh well, they gave Robert Downey Jr. and Ezra Miller second chances. Don't you think? What do you think? Like, because I'm pretty sure it was TMZ who actually threw Ezra Miller into the questioning. Because I'm pretty sure that what's his face.
Because TMZ is they're reliable.
At least they got the video and they got a quote. Whether or not if it's something that could be relied upon in the future is another problem altogether. Let me see. Are we doing lean? No, we're not, Ficetter. I'm like we're good. We're good kids. We only take legal drugs. I don't do drugs. Drugs are bad for you. I only smoke weed. What? THC Delta 8 is legal in Florida.
We know. We're not judging you, dude.
Cool. But I'm not going to do it in front of the camera because that would be a no-no. The point is, like, the difference between Jonathan Majors and Robert Downey Jr.'s is time. Literally next to no time has passed since Jonathan Majors was found guilty and his attempts to try to get back to work in acting. He's got to give it time and he's got to put in the work. If he went to jail or if he's doing rehab of some kind or doing like fucking counseling sessions or something like that we don't know of, then at least we could say that he's putting in the work. If he's not, then he hasn't earned it yet. Ezra Miller, I don't think he's fucking gonna earn it no matter how fucking hard he works because he's fucking insane. Let me see here.
Yeah.
Yugi.
Exactly.
Doom to me is just a darker version of Sherlock Holmes. Oh yeah, guess who played Sherlock Holmes? Robert Downey Jr. So yeah, why the fuck
what a coincidence! I actually liked the Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock Holmes movies. I thought those were great.
Right? Those are fun. Let me see here. Thank you. It hurts sometimes, but getting stronger means pushing past pain to get better again. I think Robert Downey Jr. will pull this off. He brought my favorite detective, Sherlock Holmes, to life. Hell yeah! And
you know something? I don't know if y'all watch this, but like xeiana, Rose, Dragon Fang, one of these days we need to sit you down and watch Sherlock Holmes together. It's really fun.
Have you girls seen it yet?
No. Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah.
No.
You're gonna love it.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's amazing. It's funny. It's witty.
If it's not on Netflix, I'm going to pull the DVDs out of my cabinet over here. We're going to have you watch it. You can't stop me. See, Jose laughs. This isn't a laughing matter. I'm serious. I'm kidnapping you to watch movies in my house. And you can't stop me. So, tee-hee. Ha-ha. Take that. Yay, I'm culturally enriching our friends. Let's see. I love Kang. The jokes write themselves. Ow. I see what you did there, Struggler, so I'm just going to say ow. That fucking hurts my heart. My thing in the comments...
This is not...
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to make a pun. I was going to say, like, this is not the time for this.
It kind of is. Let's see. Mr. Quake wants to see Dr. Doom scarred. Struggler said he should have light scarring. And Yugi, my thing in the comics is they tried to redeem Doom in the comics after all the bad things he's done. Yeah, no, you don't redeem Doom. Even like, okay, you're gonna love this. How many of you know about the Marvel comic that was published immediately after 9/11?
That I do not know.
Okay, I believe it was a Spider-Man comic, and how basically 9/11 really happened in the Marvel universe still, and you've got people you've got superheroes and some supervillains working to help clear the rubble and help like rescue survivors and help people out, and you see Magneto trying to move rubble carefully with his, magnetism powers. You see the Kingpin bringing, forward, fucking construction workers. If you're I'm using my money to fucking hire people to help clear the rubble and clear this shit out. And you see Dr. Doom also, using his, freaking, like hypermagnetism or whatever abilities in his armor, and you see that there's a single tear coming out of Doctor Doom's eye from his mask, and that when it came out at the time, it really was heart-wrenching because like yeah, Doom and Magneto, these guys are fucking larger than life fucking villains. The Kingpin's a fucking crime boss, but even they have humanity and shit. So yeah, like you can show humanity. You can show when a villain feels slighted or feels wronged. The point where it becomes villainy, where it becomes wrong, is just because this was done to you doesn't give you justification to do XYZ, insert doomsday fucking horror scenario of subjugation and destruction and inflict that on others. That's not how you deal with this shit. Am I spitting here? Am I fucking like pulling out of my ass?
No.
What's up?
You're making sense. All
right, I hope so. Yeah, Ezra Miller doesn't deserve any second chances. I agree, he's an evil person. Before you all go tonight, I want to say thank you for being adoptive brothers and sisters to me this journey. It's to get better from this vertebrae that's messed up in my spine. You guys are amazing. No, thank you, Yugi, for joining us.
We appreciate the comment. We appreciate that. Thank you.
We really do. And like, don't rush yourself. Don't push yourself too hard. Recovery is not a straight line, even physical recovery. Be sure to listen to your doctors. Be sure to listen to your therapists. They'll know better, and like there's gonna be points where you feel like $1 million, and you're gonna want to fucking like go back to your normal routine, and then 5 minutes later, no, there you fucking go. You don't want that. I am speaking from experience. You don't want that. Why do you think I can't wrestle anymore?
I know, Juan. I know. But that being said, like, Jesus, man, Robert Downey Jr.'s legs are gonna hurt, man, because he's gonna be doing all the heavy lifting for the for the cinematic universe going forward.
He had a 5-year break, 10 years off, 5 years on, or rather, no, 10 years on, 5 years off. I think that's about right. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's true. I mean, and like, like Angel's not wrong when he says that the MCU is in a seesaw trajectory when it comes to good and bad pieces of media that was put out between 2020 and present day. Like, not everyone bats 100. So yeah, no, like, so it's not asking a stupid question when we're asking, like, at this point, with what's going on right now, can Robert Downey Jr. save the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
Here's the question. You're framing that in a way that says like, that framing in this scenario is where we have our mistake. That is what you need to adjust. You need to have a paradigm shift. You need to adjust the way you're thinking about the situation. It's not as if every single Marvel movie before Endgame batted 100 also. People crapped on Thor the Dark World. People crapped on The Incredible Hulk. People crap on Age of Ultron. People crapped on Ant-Man and Ant-Man and the Wasp.
No, I remember now. People even crapped a little bit on Iron Man 2 and 3.
Yeah, exactly. You've got to remember... It's hindsight is always 2020. We always look backwards as like, oh, it was so much better back then. But when you were in there back then, we were not thinking that. We were being just as critical about the shit as we are now. The only difference is now we have a very loud, very annoyingly fucking loud a group of people who will take the conversation into stupid-ass anti-wokiesville. Completely shitting on any sort of chance for there to be any sort of growth for the MCU, any sort of different ideas to flourish through, or any sort of proper discourse between people, between fans, that doesn't involve, oh, well, it's because she's a woman, or because they're too black, or because they're too woke, or, oh, they're trying to destroy us by making the women's also much stronger, and like, get that shit out of here, and then we can have a discussion. Then we can actually have a discussion about, okay, how does this fit with this story? Like the whole gag that that Angel brings up whenever we talk MCU is that no one has mentioned the giant hand. No one has mentioned the giant fucking frozen fucking hand of the aborted Celestial. What was the name of the aborted Celestial?
Tiamat.
Tiamat?
No, Tiamat with a T.
All right, Tiamat. Yeah, no one mentions Tiamat's aborted fucking hand ever since Eternals. So we don't know where it fucking falls in the chronology. So no one has a fucking thing on that. And that is a proper valid fucking point. That's some shit that you can have as a proper point. And like Angel was mentioning, maybe the 10 rings ought to be mystical, but or the bangles of Ms. Marvel, maybe it should be a mystical item because we've got mystical shit in there too. You got to also remember that in the original comics, the Mandarin discovered the original 10 rings, and they were alien tech rings. In some versions, they were alien tech rings, and in other versions, they were like mystical rings that he had forged or whatever. That's always been mix and match, pick your poison. So you can have those arguments. We can have those arguments and we can have those discussions, and then once we can come to a consensus, an actual basis in which we can all have the same discussion, then we could see whether we can have a performance of like, is this something that's going to bring the MCU back to its former glory, have it knock out $1 billion? Is that the only qualifier? Or should we also see what will this do for the overall stories that they're trying to tell in the MCU? Or how is this going to affect the following setup of films? Or how does this tie into the previous films? Those are the kind of discussions. But if you're just gonna say, oh, the whammons and the SC-dubs and the DEIs and all this stuff, like, fucking miss me with that. Let's have a fucking proper discussion about the plots, fucking proper discussion about the people, fucking proper discussion of what does it mean for the MCU to be saved, and come to a consensus of what that qualifier should be. Are we talking box office? Are we talking quality of story? Are we talking about connectivity? Are we talking about accessibility? How relatable or how understandable the stories are? Then we can fucking talk. I hope I'm talking sense here.
You are, Juan. You are making sense. All right, dude. Don't act like we're not understanding what you're saying.
No. It's like, because I feel like whenever I have these kind of talks, I feel like I need to spell this shit out. Otherwise, it's not going to be understood. And yeah, Ficetter, exactly. Defined save. I hate that it's been 5 years already. 5 years since Endgame. Yeah, it's 2019. It's 2024 now. It's been 5 years. So, yeah, he's had a 5-year break.
No, I understand. Oh.
All right, so Dragon Fang, I know that a lot of this has been, you've been in and out, and you've been, like, distant from the discussion. But with...
Sorry!
with the info that we've dumped on your lap / presented to you, what are your thoughts? And don't say
it's gonna be interesting to see Robert Downey Jr. go into a different role and have it be presented as Dr. Doom rather than Tony Stark. It's a new path that he's taking, and it's gonna be interesting to see where it goes.
Interesting is the nicest way to put it. It's going to be insane.
Yeah, no, because when
That's
it comes
why I said interesting.
to...
Because it's a complete 180 of what Tony Stark, Iron Man was.
Yeah, because like with Tony Stark, yeah, he's snarky,
Chaotic.
he's funny. He's chaotic, but he's also awesome.
chaotic.
And Doctor Doom is the antithesis.
Dr. Doom is orderly. He's maddening, but he's orderly. You understand Doom. Fuck.
It's just going to be really interesting to see how all that plays out and how fans react to it. Because I know they're, not too happy right now.
Oh, lordy, are they? Oh, boy.
I mean, I don't blame them. The secret invasion.
The whole, me, I don't like this, me. Once that settles, you're either going to like it or you're not going to like it. And guess what? Either way is fine. But don't bash. It. Just let it play out, and then you could have your opinion.
Like, let the story breathe, right?
Yeah. Let it cook. Let it cook.
Let it cook. Let it cook. Not microwaving anymore. All right. I appreciate it, Dragon Fang. Thank you for that. All right, so closing thoughts. Anyone? Jose, Dragon Fang, any final thoughts? Anything else you wanted to add or say? And yes, I promise I am gonna drown you in Dayquil, and I'm gonna drown Xeiana in Dayquil when you girls come here Saturday.
You're gonna drown me in Dayquil?
That all depends on
weather.
Yeah,
all depends on the weather.
Because remember that wave is coming.
Yeah, that tropical wave is coming, and we don't know if it's going to turn north or turn west.
We're definitely going to keep our eyes on it. Don't worry about it.
The forecast says thunderstorm. All within 7 days, it's going to be storming at least once every day.
You're right.
Yeah. So it all depends on if it's not too stormy on Saturday.
No, you're absolutely right. No, I get you. Yeah, it will depend on the storminess.
Because people are crazy on the road when it's raining.
It ain't lean, Fisetter. Lean has got more shit in it. It's just regular Dayquil. All right, and we're talking about like the minty Dayquil. So that way it's not fucking orange and weird and cloying and nasty in the back of our throats. It'll go down smoother.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna torture you guys. I just want to medicate. No. No, you're.
But getting back to the point here,
forgotten about the storm over here. Oh fuck.
It's looking pretty bad.
I'm actually pulling up a forecast on there. Yeah. Oh. What's the fucking percent chance of 56% chance? Ow. Penis.
Yeah.
56% chance of it developing right now.
No, 58% chance with 58% chance during the day with a high in 93 and thunderstorms all up my ass. Fuck that noise, man. Okay, yeah. If it does get too bad, I won't blame you, but I will medicate you if you do get here.
Yes. Now, that being said,
so ladies, for real though, Xeiana, get better soon. Dragon Fang, take some Dayquil on your own as a prophylactic in case whatever bug has been swimming around, in case Xeiana accidentally passed it to you too.
What you don't know is that bug is doing the cha-cha slide right now.
How?
All around the room.
Don't tell me what did your mom catch it or some shit?
No. It's floating around.
It's not like I'm coughing on everyone. I know better than that.
I'm not saying that you are. I'm saying that, like just fucking what do you call it? Just passive passing. What with the droplets and shit. That shit can just happen. It's not like it does it on purpose. I know that you're more careful than that. I was just saying, like I want to make sure that y'all are all right. I look out for my homies. I look out for my little sissies, my little sisters.
I'm fine. I literally took Dayquil like twice today.
Take more.
Listen, I cannot go over the doses.
Yeah,
I go over the doses all the time. You don't hear me?
I'm not going to say that. I am a good person. I do not overdose. Thank you. Do not overdose on medicine. Be responsible.
Yes, I agree.
Yes, we gotta be responsible. We gotta be good. God dang it. All right. Jose, how about you? What have we got to look forward to on tomorrow night's edition of Wrestle Rewind?
Well, first of all, let me share my closing thoughts on the tonight's story. So my initial reaction was this came completely out of left field, just like everybody else. Robert Downey Jr. as Victor Von Doom. That was definitely a twist I was not expecting for my 2024 bingo card. But I am curious to see how Marvel Studios is going to play this out. And I want to see what direction they're going to go with. There was obviously more than one Doom on stage. So, yeah, I know, contrary to Angel's... Possibly, or perhaps contrary to Angel's protests otherwise, we're likely going to see some multiversal alternate Dooms bullshit happening in Avengers Doomsday.
Maybe.
It's a maybe.
I hope they don't just slap and I hope they didn't just take the entire script of Avengers: The Kang Dynasty and take it to Microsoft Word and go into the find option, find a replace Kang with Doom, and just do that. I hope they didn't just do that, because if they did, I'll be sorely fucking disappointed.
I hope so too, but remember, this is the same Marvel Studios that gave us a ton of spoilers. They gave us a ton of spoilers from Deadpool and Wolverine. That's why I said spoilers.
Life is a mystery. Yep.
Life is, yeah. But anyways,
everyone must stand alone. I hear you call my name, and it feels like home. Okay.
Now, as far as any bullshit like mutts thrown at the announcement, like that whole like whitewashing shit is just absolutely ridiculous. Like,
I wouldn't say that. I'd personally think that there's a. Like I said, there's a kernel of truth to this stuff. There's a kernel of facts behind it. So it's understandable, but at the same time, you don't want to... you've got to be extra fucking careful with that shit because, we don't want fucking... Oh, hey, the evil gypsies, the evil Romani are fucking taking over, and then people becoming fucking racially charged against Romani fucking people, and that'd be bullshit. Because they've had enough of that shit already. It's horrible enough as it is.
Fair point. All right. Well, those are basically my final thoughts. I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna see where things go, and see how they play it out.
All right. And
I'm gonna let them cook.
Exactly, like xeiana, Dragonfang, and Jose, and Angel, and all said, let them cook.
Mm-hmm. That being said, for tomorrow night's edition of Wrestle Rewind, which is every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern right here on YouTube Kick, along with my tag partner, Mr. Juan Arauz, we will be discussing three of the most exciting professional we will be reviewing this week for the three of the most exciting professional wrestling programs in North America today. That is WWE's NXT, AEW Dynamite, and TNA Impact. This week we will be reviewing the TV special of the NXT's Great American Bash, which happened on Tuesday night on July 30th. And it was their WWE's temporary visit over to the Sci-Fi Channel, away from the USA Network.
Along with us doing the main event of Ring of Honor's pay-per-view special, Death Before Dishonor.
That is correct, Juancho. Yes. Now, we'll have more to talk about tomorrow night, and I hope to see you guys there.
All right, Jose, Dragonfang, y'all have a good night. And I'm muting you guys. That doesn't actually give you the cue to leave. I'm just muting you guys for a minute.
Of course, no problem. Thank you for having me, Juancho, and I want to thank all the viewers out there. Please be responsible
of where you get your news from, and remember that we're all human beings, even Dr. Doom.
Are we sure? Because Doom does not believe himself to be a mere human. Doom does as Doom wishes.
He's a Dooman being.
I ought to end the show with that. He's off the screen. Nope. I'm muting you. I'm muting you in the Zoom call. I'll unmute you guys afterwards. Nope. I'm not fucking doing it. I'm not doing it. Nope. Okay. I'm cautiously optimistic. I hope that there isn't any madness that goes on between now and Avengers Doomsday. But you better believe people are going to be pissing and moaning and shit because they can't help themselves. It's how they make their bread and butter. I personally think that this is an interesting view. This is an interesting take of Dr. Doom. and I want to let these guys cook too. So you better believe. Oh yeah, no. What's his face? Robert. I know where Robert Downey Jr. is going. The bank. Ha. But then again, I'm a whale though. Yes, you are, Fight Center. Wherever this story's going though, you better believe, folks, that we're going to be covering it right here on the uncensored and uncompromising interview and review of the podcast of the Ravens Flock. Oh my God, the uncensored and uncompromising interview and review podcast of the Ravens Flock, The Blackfiles, hosted by yours truly, Juan Arauz. As we delve into the darker side of nerd and pop culture, be sure to request access when we go live every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, simulcasting on YouTube and Kick. Hit the subscribe and the follow button, ring the notification bell to stay up to date on all of our content. Become a nerd flocker by hitting the join button. And until next time, continue to follow us on Facebook.com/The Ravens Flock, Twitter.com/RavensFlock13, Instagram.com/The Ravens Flock Online, Kick.com/The Ravens Flock, and of course, remember to hit the subscribe button and ring the tiny little notification bell right here on our flagship platform, YouTube.com/The Ravens Flock, humble home of the Blackfiles, Los Amigos Play, Wrestle, Rewind, and The Ravens Flock. For Dragon Fang cosplay, Casabona, Angel Mendez, and hopefully ailing xeiana Rose cosplay, I am Juan Arauz. This is the Blackfiles, and we are out. I'm hopefully not ailing. Hopefully get